Heyyyyyy, and I'm back with another video. You heard? What's up, y'all? So today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to do a mukbang. I want to say, hold on. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. Join the gang, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. If you're a returning subscriber, I love y'all. Thank y'all always for watching me. And as you can see by the title, we are going to do a mukbang. I haven't did one of these in so long, especially like by myself, and like just give you like some topics. So we're going to do a mukbang. I'm doing Chipotle. Obviously, I have a burrito. I have some chips. I have me a nice Coca-Cola. I got me some queso. And let me tell you, if you don't know, if you're not on Chipotle's whole wave thing about their vinaigrette sauce, baby, what are you doing? Their vinaigrette, bro. Is it focusing? The vinaigrette, fire. Like their queso today is definitely good today. I really didn't like their queso when it first came out, but today is definitely good. All right. So, I know y'all seen the title and what I'm gonna be talking about, but right now let's get a couple bites in. I'm not gonna be too long because I just wanted to, you know, I was listening to a podcast this morning. This is gonna be messy. I was listening to a podcast this morning and like something just struck a nerve that I wanted to get in and talk to and have a mukbang about. So let's take a couple bites though of this burrito. Baby. Of this burrito, fire. Yes, there we go. So we're gonna take a couple bites of this and then we're gonna get into the topic. Y'all, I've been wanting a burrito for so long. You know you gotta get the Tabasco sauce. You gotta get the Tabasco. But what's on this burrito is your new chicken polo. What is it called? Where's my receipt? It's called. Oh, probably don't have it on here. Oh yeah, the polo asado chicken. It's like this new like garlicky, like with herbs and stuff, chicken. Oh my god, it's so good. It's good though. Y'all, this is gonna hit the spot. I might not finish all this, but right now, but let me tell y'all, I told y'all I was back. Y'all seen my last video on my epic fail weekend. If you haven't, pause this video, go there, go to my last video, watch it, and then come back, okay? Don't forget to come back. But I told you I was back. I'm not like that too, buddy. Did it for me. Like your milestone is 60 videos and you have 8 more to go. What? I'm gonna knock them right out. That's all. That's all you needed to give me was some motivation. And today, I'm off today, off of work. So I was like, why not make some content? Did I lay in bed until my lash appointment, or did I make some content? Let me make some content. You don't always have to look done up for, you know, content. But boom. Alright. I already took a bite. We can get into the topic. Okay. I'm gonna keep it down. Okay, y'all. So let's get on the topic. What I think about men podcasts. This was just random. I just thought of this randomly, but because I just started listening to this new podcast called Know For Sure. It's B. Simone and her best friend Megan Brooks. They just started a pod. And I watched the first 2 episodes and I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to like this podcast. But I'm going to get into their second episode of why I came up with to do a mukbang on the topic today. But let's talk about men's podcasts for one. Now, I watched theirs, like the B. Simone and Megan. I watched theirs and I was impressed. You know, as a female podcast that is telling you guys about their truth, the relationship with men. And I was surprised by the stuff that they was saying, y'all. Oh my God. So, hold on. That's gonna be so good. Wow. Y'all, if y'all don't have no Chipotle today, go get you one. This shit is hitting. Alright, girl. Now, what I think about men's podcast, y'all, I follow this podcast called The Cruise Season. I also follow this podcast called Nice and Neat. And I love their podcast. I love both of their podcasts. Both of their podcasts have 2 different perspectives on men, how they think, how they, you know, deal with relationships, women and stuff like that. And the Cruise Season, you know, their podcast, I feel like a lot of their podcast is dope too. Like, they be talking that real stuff, like some stuff that I was like, dang, I did that in a relationship. And that's probably why my, you know, partner at that time felt that way. And like, us women, we have to do better. A lot of people was like judging these men podcasts like, oh, y'all are a bunch of men telling us, you know, how females feel, but they're not even telling you how females feel. They're telling y'all what they want from a female as a man. And us as females are so prideful and want to compete all the time about, like, you know, just being masculine, like and saying like, oh, you can't tell us that. You can't tell us certain stuff about what we need to do as women. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then sometimes it's like, that's why men don't feel safe coming to us to talk about what they really need to talk about, what they really need to get off their chest. Because us as females, especially black females, we downplay black males so bad, and it's just like we both need each other. And not saying that black men don't, you know, do us dirty, because they do, but we allow them to do that, you know what I mean? And then we get to that space to where we're like, all y'all niggas are the same, you know, all that extra stuff, and that's so not true. And a lot of females don't get it until they actually hit rock bottom and see, like, actually do some self-reflect, self-care, self-love and stuff like that. Until they actually do all that, then that's to the point where they'll be like, okay, I understand this is what I want in a man. I understand I need to be submissive. you know, the whole nine. So that goes into B. Simone's podcast and Megan podcast. And they were talking about how do you feel safe? And Megan said something that was so profound. I got that off of Trail from Cruise Season. He would crack my up. He'd be like, I found this so profound. But Megan said something so deep and like touching my like insides a little bit. Like Megan said, B. Simone asked her, so how do you feel safe? And Megan said, you know, B. Simone said being herself. That's, yes, be yourself. But Megan said, how do you feel safe? She said acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. Like whether it's in a friendship, a relationship. Like I want to know that you acknowledge, like you acknowledge me. Like if I'm doing YouTube and I come to me like, yo, I just did like, or I just hit 200K or what, like, you know what I mean? Just giving you like something that's really dear to me. Like, oh my God, I just hit 1 million views, or oh my God, I just got this dope ass sponsorship, you know what I mean? And like the person's like, okay, that's what's up. Like, bruh, now it's like, I don't even know if I want to say anything else to you. Like that's something that's so dear to me. Or, you know what I mean? Like, oh, our podcast just made it to YouTube, you know, like something that's so dear to me, and you're just like, okay, you know. And I get her on that, y'all. I had dealt with that and like my other relationships where like I would tell them about YouTube and they'd be like, they would seem like they're supportive, but like, are they really supportive? Like I'd be like, I really want to do it too. They'd be like, okay, do it. But there was like, he's like, okay, do it. Like if someone's like, yo, I really want to do YouTube, yo. Like I've been studying YouTube for like 2 years. Like I've been really wanting to do YouTube. I'm like, well then do it. Like then I will add to like, yeah, you're so good at what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or you have the balls to do it. Like you should do it. Yes, I think you should definitely do it. Like I'll help you. What you need me to do to motivate you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. People just say, oh yeah, go ahead and do it. It's just like, okay. Anything else? No? All right. But so that just brought me to that, and it just showed me how, like back to men podcasts, and it just showed me how females, like there are some females and they're turning 32, Megan and B. Simone, and it just showed me that females, there are some females that, or you know, that has that mindset of being submissive to a man. Letting him make the decisions and stuff like that. They're not on that, even though they're bosses, they're not on that, oh yeah, I'm a boss, I don't need no man, I don't need this, I don't need that, like you don't gotta do this for me, you know, stuff like that. And they are on that level because they're bosses, but they're on that level to where like I will sit back and let my man be my man, you know what I'm saying? And that is so dope because I've been telling that to a lot of females, like even on a podcast, on my Instagram. If you're not following me, go follow me at Lady Bree on Instagram. My phone is blowing up. But I've been telling y'all that for the past couple months, like be submissive to your man. Like there's nothing else I can say. Like in their men podcasts, it's like a lot of people say, oh, you know, like I said in the beginning, like how can they say this about a woman? How can they say that about a woman? And there are just a whole bunch of men speaking on it. And it's like, if you really actually listen to them and actually really listen, like I don't mean like just bypass listen, like if you actually listen to some of the good men podcasts that are out there, like I just named two, Cruise Season and Nice and Neat, if you actually really listen to them, like you will actually like reflect on yourself, like dang, I was like that in my last relationship, I was like that in my previous relationship, I am like that in my relationship now. Like, you know what I mean? Like you start to learn the man more, and that's what I did. I was able to learn the man more, like okay, and I was able to step back, like it's not all about me. And especially acknowledging that and going forward and like apologizing or asking for forgiveness for whatever you did in that relationship or to that person, like that is so big. Like a genuine apology goes so far. Like I had to apologize for multiple things in my life, and at that time I wasn't ready to apologize. But as I got older, and I'm like, dang, like karma's a, you know what I mean? Or I acknowledge what I did. Like now, I didn't see it before, but I acknowledge what I did now. And I want to sit here and I want to tell you that to ask you for forgiveness, and I'm sorry. You know, it's so easy to just say those things, but people make it so hard, or females make it so hard too. And like females just be like, you know, they're on that stretch to like where they don't want to acknowledge their wrongs. They always want to make it seem like, oh, it's the guy's fault all the time, 9 times out of 10, when it's not. Like in my last relationship, and I'm going to keep speaking my truth, y'all. In my last relationship, I knew I was wrong. I knew I did some wrong things, and obviously he did too, but I wasn't waiting on his apology. Like I had to fix me. And when I fixed myself and self-reflect myself and dig deep into myself and actually learn learn men in general, I acknowledge what I was doing wrong, and then I don't want to do that in my next relationship. That's why my dating phase, like if I see a red flag in the dating phase, I'm out. Like I'm not staying here. There's no reason for me to waste time. Like, you know, I'm not gonna like, oh, he might be a good guy. No, I mean, he might be a good guy to somebody else, but he's not for me. I seen a red flag and I was out of here. So that's what another thing, a lot of females don't, you know, they ignore the red flags, which is, girl, you don't need to ignore them. You need to see them head on and dip. But yeah, so in my dating phase, like if you're, let me tell you, if you're doing something, there should be a level of communication, there should be a level of trust. Like trust shouldn't be like all the way here, but like in the dating phase, communication, trust. And if we don't have that right off the bat, and honesty, if we don't have that right off the bat, then what are we doing? What are we doing? We're not doing anything, you know? And I'm not wasting my time. So I just want to get on here and tell y'all that it was real short, real cute. I didn't finish my burrito, but yeah, but real short, real cute. I want to tell y'all that, like, ladies, listen to your man, listen to these podcasts. Maybe you could like get some insight on yourself, on your relationship. And also tune into our podcast, Did We Really Just Say That, on Instagram. We talk about the same thing, relationship topics, and we go into, you know, what I just said about ladies being submissive and stuff like that. So ladies, to make it a safe place for these men, black men, to come to us, we have to make it a safe place. We have to be able to let them vent. We have to be able to let them feel like it's peace here, feel like there's space here for you to actually, you know, tell what you have to tell. And then don't bash the person after. Like if y'all broke up and he told you some deep dark secrets, don't bash him for that. Like, you know, just keep that to yourself. Like, do you still make that person feel safe even when y'all are not together? Like, just think about that question. Like, my baby's dad said some crazy stuff to me, and even though we're not together, I still make him feel safe in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be out here bashing you, but I am going to tell my truth and tell what the hell happened, you know what I mean, between the relationship, because I can help the next person. So I love y'all. And I'm gonna end it on that note. I love y'all, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.